77 also degrees out in Smithfield, 82 in Springfield, 77 in Amherst, 75 in Greenfield, 79 in Pittsfield, 81 in Northampton, 83 in Albany, 81 in Brattleboro, 78 in Bennington, 81 in Bennington, 78 in Brattleboro, 79 in Keene, 75 in Jeffreys, 80 in Concord, 76 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 79 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 73 in Pottsville, New Hampshire, 75 in Denbury and Waterbury, 79 in Meriden, 80 in Hartford and Windsor, 70 in New Haven and Bridgeport, 75 in Longstown. It is 76 in Islip, 73 in Islip, 76 in Montauk, and 76 in New York City. Here, forecast discussion around
the New Hampshire teenager who disappeared for 9 months is now
rain expected to move up the immediate east coast during the weekend, while fine weather continues across the midsection of the country. Showers and thunderstorms are expected near a stalled front along the Gulf Coast westward and the southward. Rockies and parts of the desert southwest on large scale upper level through over the eastern United States is weakened, but as aspects continue to anchor over the same general area. Southwesterly flow with its true excess has been can transport moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and western Atlantic, and moisture surges northward. Weak low pressure centers are forecasted to form and move up at a stalled front line and near just a skirt of the east coast. It appears that most of the heavier spring skirt along the coastal sections of while more scattered activities are forecast in the interior throughout the weekend. Meanwhile, scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected to continue farther south in Florida, the Gulf Coast, and as well as the Southern Rockies, into parts of the desert southwest. In the vicinity of the stalled front, and more concentrated activities could be expected near a low pressure center in the lower Mississippi Valley as well as in the Southern Rockies. Now, the stalled front, the midsection of the country should enjoy fine weather with slightly cooler than normal temperatures during the weekend. A cold front moving in from Canada should trigger scattered showers and thunderstorms in the northern plains and the upper Midwest. Out west, isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms can be expected across much of the interior mountains with most activities late afternoon, early evening hours in the northern Rockies and the Pacific Northwest. And the immediate west coast should remain dry throughout the weekend, and temperatures will much as 10 degrees above normal, expected to be moving in northern Montana by Sunday with isolated showers and thunderstorms. Here. Alright, forecast discussion around the country. Around New England, here's synopsis. Scattered showers and thunderstorms should diminish over this evening. The series of low pressure is moving along. A stalled front will likely bring periods of rain at least southeast New England on Saturday and Sunday, and settled weather remains with us much of the week as a couple of cold fronts move through. New term, scattered showers and thunderstorms feeling enough sufficient instability named about a week short wave trough. Activity should diminish after 7 p.m. with only slight touch of rain showers overnight. The shares generally 30 knots or less. The main concern is potentially any flash flooding and where any training should be set up. Clouds will keep temperatures elevated some tonight and have gone with a moderate conditions for temperatures tonight. Alright, let's take a look at our tropics here. The 5 p.m. reports on Tropical Storm Bertha is Tropical Storm is now 14.9 and off 61.2 to the west, and maximum sustained winds about 50 miles per hour. Wind west northwest about 24 miles per hour. It's going to move to the northwest between eastern Dominican Republic and western Puerto Rico, and stretching down to the eastern Bahamas and curving its way out to sea here as a tropical storm here. And latest public advisory on Bertha here. Central Bertha passing near the northern end of the Martinique, and tropical storm watch issued for the southern Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Location 14.9 and off 61.2 to the west, about 20 miles, 30 kilometers northwest of the Foot Defense Martinique, about 4 or 5 miles, 650 kilometers of the San Felipe of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Maximum sustained winds 50 miles by 85 kilometers an hour. And present movement northwest of 290 degrees at 24 miles per hour, 39 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 1,007 millibars, 29.74 inches. Watches warn and trades with advisory. The government of the Bahamas has issued a tropical storm watch for the southern Bahamas, including the Aucklands, Cricket Island, Long Cay, the Anagras, Managua, and the Ragged Islands, as well as the Turks and Caicos Islands. Somebody watches warnings in effect in tropical storm warning in effect for Dominica, Martinique, Puerto Rico, Vieques, Calabria, U.S. Virgin Islands, and British Virgin Islands. A 12 storm watch in effect for eastern Dominican Republic from Cape France, Viejo to Ilisano, the southeast Bahamas, including the Aucklands, Cricket Island, Long Cay, the Inagas, Miangana, and the Ragged Islands, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. A tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area, that is case within the next 24 hours. And the tropical storm watch means that the tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area and generally within 48 hours. Address elsewhere across the northeastern Caribbean Sea, and Hispanos should monitor the progress of the system. And for storm information specific to your area in the United States, including possible inland watches and warnings, please monitor products issued by your local National Weather Service. Forecast Office for storm information specific to your area outside the United States. Please monitor products issued by your local National Meteorological Service. At 5 p.m. AST, 21 in UTC, the center of the tropical storm Bertha, it was located near latitude 14.9 and off longitude 61.2 to the west. And Bertha is Moving toward the west northwest, through 24 miles per 39 kilometers an hour, and this is general motion that is expected to continue for the next couple of days. On the forecast, track is expected to move away from the Body Lake into the northeast of Caribbean Sea during the next several hours, past the Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands on Saturday, pass through over the eastern Dominican Republic Saturday night, with a bunch of southern Bahamas, the Turk and Kyrgyz Islands and Sunday. Breakfast same winds are near 50 miles per 85 kilometers an hour with higher gusts. Preferred remains an environment that is not favorable for strafing and little change in strafing is the forecast during the next 48 hours. Tropical storm force winds are set outward up to 115 miles, 185 kilometers, mainly to the northeast, and the center of French weather station designing out the New Guadeloupe recently reported sustained winds of 35 miles per 56 kilometers an hour, wind gusts of 52 miles per hour. The estimated minimal central pressure is 1,007 millibars or 29% 4 inches. In wind, tropical storm conditions are spread across portions of the southerly Western Islands and the watered area, making outside preparations difficult and dangerous. And tropical storm conditions are possible by Guadeloupe in the next 7 hours, and tropical storm conditions are expected in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands on Saturday. Wind gusts of tropical storm force can occur in squalls over the Bermuda and the Leeward Islands. Rainfall, reference is expected to produce rainfall amounts of 1 to 3 inches, lastly amounts up to 6 inches possible portions of the Leeward Islands, the Wells, the United States, and British Virgin Islands. The rainfall totals of 3 to 6 inches, whereas oscillate maximum total of 10 inches are possible across Puerto Rico, with the heaviest total across the southern portion of the island. There. And the latest on Tropical Storm Michelle here. Center location is 14.5 to the north, 126.4 to the west. Maximum same wind 65 miles per movement west northwest about 12 miles per hour. And National Hurricane Centerization and Advisories on Tropical Storm Isabel located more than 1,000 miles west-southwest of the southern tip of Baja California. There's 9 shots and thunderstorms located 700 miles southwest of Manzul, Mexico, associated with a tropical wave. Environmental conditions appear conducive for the development of tropical depression by early next week, while the storm moves westward about 10 miles per formation chance for 4 hours. Medium about 4% of formation chance for 5 days. High 8% of area of low pressure located about 12 to 15 miles. East of the island of Hawaii continues to produce minimal shower activity at the level. Winds are currently not conducive for development, but it could become a little more favorable in a few days, while the low moves westward about 10 miles per hour. Formation chance for 4 hours, low 10% of formation chance for 5 days, medium about 30%. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah. Central Pacific at an area of low pressure is located in about 900 miles southwest of Honolulu, Hawaii. Disconnect charges and isolated thunderstorms have been occurring in 98 and southeast Pacific system, and the surrounding environment may be a limited system developed only as it moves west nearly 10 miles per hour over the next few days. Formation chance for 4 hours, low 10% of imminent low. Genevieve is currently located about 550 miles southeast of Honolulu, Hawaii. Atmospheric conditions are only in a multiple favor for its development in the next 48 to a few days as it moves westward about 10 miles per hour. Formation chance for 4 hours, low near 0%. An area of low pressure is located about 1250 miles east-southeast of Hilo, Hawaii, and it's showing Thursday shower and thunderstorm activity. Upper level winds are not favorable. Currently favorable in any development of this system should be slow to occur while it moves westward around 10 miles per hour during the next few days, and formation chance of 4 hours. Below 10%. Elsewhere, no tropical cyclones are expected for Sunday morning here. And the latest on how long here. Oh, side. It has strengthened to a Typhoon 1 storm here. 85 miles per hour, wind gusts 105 miles per hour. It's going to move the curve to the northwest, turning into a 2 and a 3 typhoon by about Monday, early Monday morning, and going to make its sets and sights in southeast Japan. And the next, on Wednesday morning or so, it's far off, but we'll have to, Japan needs to be on alert, as sort of South Korea here. Okay, let's take a look at tonight's lows around the region. We'll see this mainly in the 60s around the region, with some 50s up in the northwest Maine and around 47 around Mount Washington. And tomorrow, with the wave and front line remain weak and offshore, only periods of light wind, expect to have a wave of low pressure stronger and tracks closer to the coastal period. And rain is possible Saturday, and that I agree with this model because last night I checked the computer models, and 2 of the 3 forecasts have been right on, so I'm sticking with the 2 out of 3 here. And let's take a look at our Futurecast radar here. Okay, let's take a look at our Futurecast radar here. And now the showers will be in western Massachusetts up in the northern New Hampshire, Maine, northwestern Maine by about 7 o'clock, and showers will disappear. But then early in the morning, the showers make some time down for DC, 7 Delaware by about 3 a.m. and then 5 o'clock makes way down to 7 New Hampshire, and then 8 o'clock in the morning the showers will get to here in Rhode Island, southeast Master by 8 o'clock, and then about 10 o'clock we'll be here in the southern New England by about 10 o'clock in noontime. And it will be raining throughout the day on Saturday and making its way out at about 4:30 p.m. here. And on Sunday, we will have spotty light rain, but Saturday is washout day. Sunday is a few showers possible here. And 2.61 and 67 storms northwest of Boston here. So if you're going to the Fenway Park, would be a beautiful day. Just look at the sky for some storms here. Alright, let's take a look at a view from the outside here, and it shows a sunny and cloudy evening on tap here, and humidity is rising. Okay, 7-day forecast, it goes like this. But night, isolated showers before 9 p.m., then isolated showers after 4 a.m. Areas of fog after 2 a.m. Watts. Most of the low 64 degrees and top with about 6 miles coming common in the evening. Chance of space of 20%. For Saturday, rain and possibly a thunderstorm. Areas of fog before 7 a.m. and areas of fog between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and high near 32 degrees and common becoming east about 6 miles by the afternoon. Chance of space is 8% and new rain from about between 3/4 and 1 inch possible. For Saturday night, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm before 11 p.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 11 p.m. Areas of fog. Otherwise, clouds got low 60 degrees and light variable wind. Chance of space is 7% and new rain from about 3/4 and 1 inch possible. Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Most clouds got near 66 degrees and calm wind. Chance of precipitation 30%. Sunday night, slight chance of showers before 3 a.m. and fog after 11 p.m. otherwise. Most clouds got low 60 degrees and chance of precipitation 20%. Monday, areas of fog before 9 a.m. otherwise. Part of the sun got near 81 degrees and Monday night, patch of fog after 3 a.m. otherwise. Part of clouds got low 64 degrees and Tuesday, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Patch of fog before 8 a.m. otherwise. Part of the sun got near 82 degrees and chance of precipitation 30%. Thursday night, patch of fog after 4 a.m. otherwise. Part of clouds got low 64 degrees. Wednesday, chance of showers and thunderstorms, patch of fog before 8 a.m. otherwise. Part of the sun got near 81 degrees and chance of precipitation 30%. Wednesday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms, most clouds got low 61 degrees and chance of precipitation 30%. Thursday, most of the sun got near 81 degrees. Wednesday night, podcast got low 61 degrees, and for Friday, most of the sun got near 80 degrees. Peter's weather phrase of the evening: a cloudy evening on tap and a Saturday washout here. Peter, Channel News Time 5:18 here. It's time now for a little traffic report here on this Friday evening here before the weekend here. And let's turn on the traffic meter. Here we go. And oh my, look at that! Southeast Expressway backed up. Southeast Expressway all backed up on both ends. From Braintree down to the downtown Boston, Tiffany Tunnel, both sides slow. 93 north slow from Bridge up in the Medford here. And Mass Pike on the eastbound side, slow from View Tunnel down to the Ted Williams Tunnel, Logan Airport. Mass Pike slow from Brighton, Austin Brighton tolls all the way down for Framingham. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, slow from 495 all the way down to 128 due to an accident on Mass Pike on the westbound side. After you pass 128 here and 128 northbound, an accident on Tripel Road in Waltham here, and then an accident on 128 north after you pass Route 2A in Lexington, and then it's southbound side backed up from Beverly down from Peabody. Southbound side 128 slow from 95 in Peabody all the way down to Linfield, and it is slow from Route 3 in Burlington all the way down through Randolph. A big backup from Barrington to Randolph on 120, and slow from the Braintree split on Route 3 and down through South Weymouth here. And 120 northbound slow from Waltham all the way up into Wakefield here. And 95 105 from 128 to the New Hampshire border here. 185 slow from Amesbury on both ends down through Lawrence and due to an incident on 495 north and near 97 in April here. And 495 on the northbound side. Still from Bolton all the way down up in the Haverhill here and Amesbury here. And it's backed up a lot of miles. And 495 south, so from Haverhill all the way out till Littleton here due to some business than normal on a Friday. And 495 slow from Marlborough all the way down to Westborough. And 495 stretch from Hopkinton to Mansfield, more on fine on both sides here. 95 south, a little accident and a little slow from 128 in Kenton all the way down to Sharon. 24 south, a little slow from 27 in Brockton down from 106 to Westbridge. Drives an accident on 27 on 24 north between 123 and 27 in Brockton here. And at the Xfinity Center, there's a concert tonight, so expected to be busy around the Mansfield area between 140 and 495 and 95 here. And 495 mile 5 both sides from Mansfield Island to Wareham. And 95 mile 5 from 128 to the Rhode Island border. And 24 mile 5 from 120 to the Rhode Island border. And Route 6 a little slow around East Denison and eastbound 6, but 6 is good to go from Sagamore to Orleans. 28 northbound a little backup around the Bourne traffic circle road. You're good to go here. And 195 a little slow from 103 to Brockbridge and Fall River. And check it out down the highways 146 south. A little slow from North Smith to 295 due to some construction work on 295 southbound between exit 11 Diamond Hill Road and exit down 146 in Lincoln. 95 south slow from 126 down for downtown Providence on 195 and 195 westbound slow from Seekonk down for 95 and 95 northbound slow from 37 and down to downtown Providence and 295 south slow from Johnson down through Cranston and 295 north slow from Warwick to Cranston here. And 95 105 from both sides from Warwick to the Connecticut border and Woodford south slow from North Kingstown to down Saunders and Newport Bridge on the eastbound side. A little slow, but otherwise you're good to go. Peter Channel News time 5:22. Time now for the news. For the Peter Channel News Evening Report. President Obama warned Friday that he will likely have to use his executive authority to address the historic influx of immigrants at the United States. As on Thursday afternoon, Representative Chris Van Hollen, Democrat of Maryland, appeared on MSNBC Now with Alex Wagner to discuss the recent decision by the Speaker House John Boehner, Republican, to pull the Republicans' own border crisis bill from the floor. Boehner had the bill during the vote on Thursday. It was clear that he was not going to reach 280 votes and pass, and that before Senator Ted Cruz, Republican, Texas, held a meeting with the most right-wing members. Gaza City leaders attempted a ceasefire, and Gaza disagreed Friday, but if it was ever really took them in accusations that Palestinian militants killed 2 Israeli soldiers and abducted 1. President Barack Obama voiced full support for CIA Director John Brennan, who apologized to Senate Intelligence Committee leaders after an investigation found his agency inappropriately searched congressional computers. American health officials were scrambling on Friday to fetch 2 American patients infected with Ebola virus back from West Africa for treatment. Emma Garner Wright stands next to Governor Father Eric Garner during his funeral at Bethel Baptist Church in Brooklyn, New York City on Wednesday. As after Church Cold Day, New York City, the Mayor Bill de Blasio sends sympathy to the family, to the Garner family. The galactic superhero Guardians of the Galaxy earned $11.2 million Thursday night alone in the box office, but still $10.2 million earned in early April by the film Marvel title Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The news in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, a series of explosions caused by a gas leak killed 25 people and injured 267 in Taiwan, second city on August 1st. Sending flames shooting in 15 stories in the air, setting ablaze entire blocks and reducing small shops to rebel. Ugandan court overturns anti-gay law that halted Western aid. A group seeking to invalidate the Affordable Care Act subsidies that Americans pushing health insurance federally when state marketplace is acting the Supreme Court to take up the case early on. In Columbus, Ohio, the Democratic candidate for Ohio governor has released a statement from members of the Irish delegation calling a situation with a female delegate and the candidate an conspicuous incident. In business news, Argentina must stop spending half trips about a second default in 12 years and return to talks with our bondholders. A U.S. judge overseeing the country's debt negotiations, he said. Expensive gas sweeping SUVs are back. July sales charts show as more Americans begin to feel financially secure. That's a huge boost to automakers' bottom lines. In Washington, President Barack Obama said the economy is getting stronger and the engines are rewiring a bit louder, but the Congress has blocked steps that would maintain the momentum and even accelerate recovery. Road trip less than a month after consumers forked over the highest price for gasoline for 4th of July weekend since 2008 may feel today as the lowest average first price since 2010 and should pay even less fall. In Cincinnati, Procter & Gamble CEO A.G. Leffley in Cincinnati declared Friday that the company will sell or exit 90 of its 100 mostly minor brands are bold to refocus the business beyond 70 to 80 remaining Australian brands. After getting grounded by the creator, Flappy Bird was once again taking the fight. However, the lot has changed. The game is now Flappy Bird family and allows players to battle against each other for the highest score. In Washington, it's just got it easy to swap cell phone providers. President Barack Obama has signed a bill making it legal once again to unlock a cell phone without permission for your wireless provider so long as the service contract expired. Tesla Motors Incorporated was after the car maker led by Elon Musk reported second quarter results. The best analysts of the beat estimates and set a goal to double its pace of electric vehicle production by the end of 2015. When Facebook crashes, what's a disgruntled user to do? For some, it means calling to avoid its parents, such was the case Friday morning when the Papa's social network suffered its second brief outage in 2 months. Yes, Judge Laura Prescott, World Musk consultant must hand over its stores overseas. Some people volunteer as shareholders. The 8th season of Big Bang Theory is supposed to premiere on CBS and September 22nd. Robert Barnes, some new wrinkle in his face, some continuing minutes it seems likes to happen. Justin Bieber is rubbing Orlando Bloom's nose in an IBS award, not because he's angry, but because he thinks to make him look hard, and we're getting into this from the people around him. Here's what I mean, told just the story that he is. Adrian Ballon and ongoing feud of Kardashian team has dug up the disc from the archives of the most famous member of the reality TV clan. In one black and white photo, the singer uses a long blocks and hands to cover her body, and it shows off a curvy silhouette, while the second shot she dons a sheer white dress while creating a bump. Kevin Miller, MLB White Sox is down now in unit suspense. For the first time since the NFL announced a 2-game suspension for Baltimore running back Ray Ross of the Ravens, Commissioner Roger Goodell addressed the band and said it was consistent with other cases. Golf lost one of its biggest stars for an indefinite period of time, Thursday when Dustin Johnson announced in a vague perverse statement that he's stepping away from the game to tend to personal issues. NASA's next Mars rover will convert to the red planet's atmosphere in a nocturnal collect box but return to Earth a half a kilometer under the surface and use stereo cameras to send back unprecedented snaps on the bleak world. The artist's rendering shows how the dinosaur lineage is evolved into birds by shrinking the body size continues for 50 million years. So the August 5th package such as Woody's beads that claim to be gluten-free when he encouraged to carry a label with more information. And a new study shows women who take birth control pills increase the risk in breast cancer. Let's check out the New England Incident Alerts page here. Second alarm fire struck at the bus at 17 Burr Street on box 2426 and exit 12 and A2 towed for the car in the building on Main Street in Medway and no injuries reported. Alright, let's take a look at the stock market reports from CNBC.com here. Okay, let's take a look at the stock market report here. Whoa! Stocks, US Dow Jones 16,493.37 closed down 6,993. S&P 592.25.15 down 5.52, and Nasdaq 4352.64 down 17.13. European markets here. DAX 9 to 10.08 down 197.40. FTSE 679.18 down 3.93. CAC 4202.78 down 43.36. In Asia, Nikkei 15523.11 down 97.66. Shanghai 2185.30 down 16.26, and HSI 24532.43 down to 24.42. And the oil 97.62 down 55 cents. Brent 104.62 down $1.40, and natural gas 3.796 down 0.045. In the gold 112.95.20 up 12.40. Silver 20.335 down 0.077, and copper 3.2165 down 0.0145. In the bonds here, US 10-year yield 2.4943% down 0.064. Germany 10-year yield 1.128% down 0.011, and Japan 10-year yield 0.539% up 0.002. And in the FX, Euro US dollar 1.3429 unchanged. USD Japanese yen 102.61 unchanged, and Great Britain Japan US dollar 1.6818 down 0.0002. And that's it for what I've been just Peter Channel News Even Report on this August 1st, 2014 period. Have a good evening with good positive. See you live and have a good evening.